All right, let's get to it. One thing I will do is take off a little bit of this lipstick. Bam. Bam. That's the way my lips look. Lip prints. Lips have prints. Let that dry. And scan it, and then draw my lips. Let it dry, and draw my lips. Even though I don't need to, I already drew my lips. Oh, these are my actual lips. Where's the emote? Don't tell me this is my actual lip. Just didn't draw the extra crevices. I'm not so good with that. All right, we're gonna launch. I gotta try to finish at least a couple of chapters. But then, hopefully play some Monster Hunter with my sister. Never get down how people perceive you or see you. Because if they see you ugly, they only see themselves ugly. Remember that. That's why people that make fun of your looks, insecure about their own.
You heard me correctly. It was a long journey. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian, and I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey.
Baptized? Excuse me. Don't interrupt.
And I will tell you again. She is a true miracle that will change your life as she changed mine. Many bore witness to her miracle before it dawned upon me. She wanted to go home, but where? It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbridge. You must wonder, why was Kingsbridge chosen to be the home of the Holy Virgin? She said, "You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge." So we set off, with the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury. I will tell you again, dear brothers and sisters. The Weeping Madonna has chosen you. All of you! You must be thinking, how can he be so sure?
Hey!
I could have continued to carry her from town to town until my flesh succumbed. But this was not her will. But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. And I will tell you again. She is a true miracle that will change your life as she changed mine.
You mentioned there were fig trees in Africa. What are they?
It's a fruit, of course. It looks like a strawberry and tastes like a pear.
The scripture mentions these figs, and they sound nothing like that. Why is that?
No two apples look or taste alike. The same goes for figs, and doubly so.
I'm getting the impression that this man has never even been to Africa. But why would he lie?
You heard me correctly. It was a long journey. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway... A baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen
They look
to take
almost
her on
like
a journey.
horses.
Baptized?
A Saracen?
Hollow.
I could have
Feels like a
continued
wicker
to carry
basket
her
covered
from
in
town
pelt.
to town until my flesh succumbed. But this was not her will.
My dear people,
Oh, I'm so excited to see a true miracle.
Did you hear that? The Madonna has chosen us.
She's come all the way from Africa.
But I wondered,
And not listening to you,
shrine
Father.
should be her shelter.
please, everyone.
Shh. We want to listen to his story.
This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. In the beginning, I was not. I only had my faith. I knew not her powers or destination. Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles. I will tell you again, dear brothers and sisters, the Weeping Madonna has chosen you.
I am Philip.
All of you.
Who are you, young man?
You must wonder, why was Kingsbridge chosen to be the home of the Holy Virgin?
Don't you want to see the miracle too?
She said, You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge.
That's not fit for a
So we set
shrine.
off. With the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury, I could
Nothing
have
sacred
continued
about
to carry
this.
her from town to town until my flesh succumbed. But this was not her will. But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. And I will tell you again. Many bore witness to her miracle. Before it dawned, can you feel it? Brothers and sisters, you are about to witness a miracle. The Madonna knows how you have suffered. The Virgin Mother had to witness the rise and fall of her Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and never stopped believing. Kingsbridge has endured many hardships. Prior James left you before his time when you needed him the most. Your old cathedral was burned to the ground.
How do you know this?
And your new one collapsed even before construction was finished. You have suffered the ruthless destruction of your market, homes, and lives.
Dada!
All of you have lost husbands, wives, and children, family and friends.
Dada!
All of you know how it is to be hungry and afraid.
Jack. Aliena.
Philip.
But this is...
A miracle, isn't it? Or something along those lines.
But how?
We thought it was time to give Tommy a home.
The boy? Your boy?
Well, Philip, do you recognize him? Our little Tommy?
Tommy? But... It's been almost 3 years since I last saw you, Jack. Where on earth did you find him?
I'd almost given up looking for him. Then Tommy found him.
And you decided to come back.
Well, this is our home, after all.
Then what on earth is all this? This miracle?
With the Madonna, we were able to collect donations for your priory and for Kingsbridge.
Really?
We can start anew. We can rebuild the cathedral.
What's the catch?
I'll get to be master builder.
Why?
I've studied the cathedrals, churches, and houses they build in France and Spain. I saw how different their constructions were, with new shapes, colors, and ideas. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined rib vaulting and pointed arches. I want to do that. That's why.
Why here?
Because this is home.
What you're doing is selling the people a lie.
This is a harmless deception.
There is no such thing as a harmless deception.
It serves the same purpose as an illuminated drawing in the Bible.
Our show illustrates the truth that the Weeping Madonna comes from a faraway land, which it does.
And she can weep too. Though that is more of a technical achievement.
You want to sell something explainable as a miracle.
The church does the same. You said so yourself. You even wrote a book about it.
Yes, I said that it was not right that the church is faking miracles.
But it works, doesn't it?
Oh.
Jack! Aliena! You came back!
We wanted to see you, little sister.
Oh, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. But look at you! And the little one!
Tommy.
How are the others?
Alfred left Kingsbridge. Richard shows up every now and then, and Ellen returned to the forest.
We need to visit her.
Father lives with her now.
What's wrong, Mother?
I'm glad you're back.
I am too. Very glad.
She looks like she's about to cry. She will weep for your suffering, Kingsbridge. She knows your pain.
What now?
The miracle!
Her eyes are wet.
Her eyes!
Look at her. Heaven.
They're shining!
She cannot hold her tears any longer.
She is made of wood. It's impossible.
Why are you weeping?
She is mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I have. She understands.
It seems through her faith in all of your lies, Mary has found a miracle. We can't keep trying to repair Kingsbridge by ourselves. Things are not improving. We're struggling to keep things as they are.
But we can't afford to hire help.
Without farming and fairs, we're back to Prior James's time.
All these past years, my advice was good enough for you. But it appears you've changed your mind now, again.
It is time we started doing something to wake up and make Kingsbridge what it used to be. We did before, and we can do it again.
I'm not willing to accept a risk like that. Don't you remember what happened last time? My, how easily we forget.
I remember well.
And still, you put your trust into a group of random strangers to make things better. Philip, why in God's name have you stood by and let this happen? They're tricking us into giving them money for false idols.
They are giving us money.
So that we'll place this idol in our priory? Do you approve of this?
People need hope, and these travelers are giving them hope. Yes, it is a deception, but with good intentions. Mary speaks again. Is that not a true miracle?
You fell for them. You really did. And now you joyfully take part in their deceptions. I'm warning you. I cannot support a prior who tolerates heresy.
Your threat won't sway me. No matter how unconventional, their return and their gift are a blessing.
You made your decision, Philip of Gwynedd. And now, I make mine. I resign. I'm leaving the Priory.
Ah, bitch!
You got so big, Tommy. And you're just as shy as your father was.
Don't let him fool you. Usually, he's always up to something.
Is his father's son?
We are so proud of you. Of both of you.
Is she still here? Your wife, Agnes?
No. Ellen and Martha moved her to Kingsbridge. She got a proper burial this time.
Will you come back with us, too?
Would you want that?
Yes. I need your help with the cathedral. Philip and I have big plans.
We'll come.
Ellen, we found Jack's family in Cherbourg.
The place he came from wasn't Cherbourg, it was Cherbourg.
But... really? What were they like?
They were good people.
His grandmother said Jack looked just like him, like his father.
He does. But they never came for him or asked about him.
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk. He'd always wanted to go to England.
Have you ever heard of the White Ship?
No.
The king's family drowned.
My father was there. He was the only one who survived.
Not for long.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a chalice.
Yes. But I know he was innocent. I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love. I helped him escape. But in the end, they caught up with us.
What happened then?
They hanged him. I was there. And you were there, Jack. But you weren't born yet. He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet. The people somehow knew he was not a thief. But I knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed. Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Net sang sweeter than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom never.
Jesus, didn't even let him finish the song.
No.
Jesus.
You said that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Who were they? The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamley, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waileran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I. I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire. Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret.
Oh, that what is it? Monk died, and he did die in a fire.
Killed will return to haunt them. I promised them.
We welcome our new prior, Remigius. He helped to recover the bones of the Saint of Kingsbridge, Adolphus, from the hands of thieves. Adolphus already rests safely in this great cathedral of Shiring. Our master builder Alfred promised me that it will only be a matter of a few years until the cathedral will be finished. And the Earl of Shiring has promised to support us. But he has not done so for himself. No, the Earl is not a selfish man. His mother, Lady Hamley, is sick. More and more, I feel the whole of England is suffering from a sickness.
I bet you had pardon, motherfucker.
Of war, poverty, and most of all, heathen beliefs. I have spoken to God. I asked him,
you didn't speak to no God.
To walk amongst us, to heal us. But God told me that only when this great cathedral is finished will he have a temple to reside in. No matter the cost, this shall be a towering castle to protect us from evil and false beliefs. With this cathedral, we will bring an end to the dark times.
Waileran Bygod.
Jack, what are you doing here?
My father died by your hands, Waileran. His name was Jacques Cherbourg.
How dare you talk to the bishop like that?
He died right here.
Who are you?
I know that man. He's that bastard from Kingsbridge.
That man is my husband.
You?
All of you, listen to what we have to say. From now on, Kingsbridge is protected.
By our knights, by our walls, and by the word of the king.
So whatever you do, we will defend our town, our market and Fulling Mills.
And our cathedral, which we shall rebuild. All workers are invited to come and work for us.
Oh, preposterous.
If you so much as try to bring harm to us, Bishop, we will make sure that you pay for everything you did.
Chapter 16. Home. You helped Jonathan plant a new tree. You held your first sermon in a long time. You approved the deception of the Madonna, for it gives people hope. Ileana and Jack have returned to Kingsbridge. Let's go. The storm. $11.54, 11 years later. Jesus.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought. 3 years of hunger and poverty. England was brought to its knees. Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding towns and villages. Bishop Waleran and William Hamley forced the workers to finish their cathedral in Shiring. Many had died. The work on our own cathedral had almost come to a halt. 4 weeks the storm had raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret. And everything changed.
Damn, a lot of people died. Jesus, there wasn't that many,
I told you you wouldn't like the sight of this.
It looks bad, but it's not the wall I'm worried about. It's good you sent the workers home during the storm. Now do us all a favor and do the same. Go home. Your children hardly get to see you.
Wait, how many kids do I have?
I've been asking about you all morning.
Oh shit. Jack and Eliana's family, 1154. After this, their promise to Waleran to keep Kingsbridge protected. Richard and Jack have spent much time fortifying the town. Since then, William Hamley has not dared to attack the town again. Eliana, who has continued her wool business trade mostly outside of Shiring. Most of the fleece she is trading is produced in Kingsbridge, where Jack erected 2 felting mills. Eliana and Jack have 2 children now. Tommy is already 12 years old. His little sister Sally is 9. And Martha looks after both of them while Jack and Eliana are working. Some believe that Martha and Richard are in love, but if that is true, they are keeping their secret well guarded.
You'll kill yourself up here.
That crack down there must have been due to the storm. If the storm works, I work.
My cathedral was never designed to be this high.
I know. I reinforced the walls. It cannot be the height.
What else was damaged? I'd look myself, but I dare not come closer. If your mother knew I was up here at all, she'd kill me.
Both of us.
What?
She would kill both of us.
The east wall is about to collapse. Why? Could be the cause.
Careful over there.
If we don't find out what's causing this, then the whole east wall will come down. The storm is making it worse.
If you're right. What about Aliena?
She should be on her way back from Winchester now.
Oh, I hope she's all right in this.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Your voice is deeper, Jack, of course.
That won't help solving my problem. No. I don't want to break more stones loose. The roof looks all right. One day, people will fly, like birds, sailing on the wind. Rashid told me.
Sure. Until then, stay away from the edge.
The vaulting is cracked. If I make it worse, then we'll at least know what the problem is.
You're probably right.
All right. One more time.
It'll be easier without the sand everywhere.
Right.
And? What happened?
If the vaulting were unstable, this part should have collapsed and the wall would retract.
So, the cause of our problem is not up here?
No.
When we erected the eastern wall 17 years ago, there was also a crack. No matter what we did, it always came back. Remember?
Yes. Yeah, I remember. But this is not the same wall. We rebuilt it.
Still, could the cause not have been the same in both cases?
Maybe. The cloister?
Do you think that's likely?
It was there back when your wall had a crack, and now this wall is unstable too. But it's too far away. If it fell apart, it wouldn't affect the east wall. The crypt!
Huh. Power kept the whole foundation there as it was.
But it never had to carry this much weight before.
You're right. If the cause of our problem is down there, we'll find it. You go ahead.
Don't you need help?
Nah, I'll manage. Just don't tell your mother. Go on. I know you can't wait to get down there.
Neither can you. I'll just take a quick look and wait for you.
They were enraged.
Oh shit, look at Jonathan!
Should hear about what you wrote.
I think so too. I would be honored if he read my book.
Philip, I really am worried about you.
There is no need for you to worry, Jonathan. It is just a book.
The problem is that the people love your sermons and what you wrote, even though most of them can't read. Your book is being copied in priories all over England.
Is that not a good thing, if our message gives people hope?
In desperate times, hope can be a powerful force.
But they're switching it up?
That is very true.
Well, I fear the bishops. They might come to believe you took that power from them.
Huh? Do you?
Philip's second book, The Divine Soul. Divine Soul book written by Philip in 1148. In his text, Philip suggests that we all carry a godly spark within us because God created man, and while sometimes it may seem as if God has abandoned us, God is indeed always closer to us than anything else, because our soul is of a divine nature. It means that man does not have to wait for salvation from the outside, but what we can change the world around us ourselves. Plant a seed and God in return make it grow. Philip's message of hope is heard in all of England, and that's what the churches don't want. Well, these greedy churches, they just want the belief in that building. Philip's message of hope is heard in all of England and even other parts of Europe, but the church is highly critical of the text. In his first book, Philip had only criticized fake miracles. Now he seems to claim that as all men are equally divine. Members of the clergy are not closer to God's glory than any other man. Exactly. They just want to depend, like they want that power.
Jack!
Have you been atop the cathedral during the storm?
Don't worry, Philip. The storm isn't as bad up there.
I like this
Jonathan,
game.
did you and the others come directly from Winchester?
Yes, we did.
What about Aliena?
She stayed a day longer for the Fleece Fair. She should be on her way back now.
In this storm?
We didn't expect it to get worse.
No one did.
I am sure she'll be alright.
I need to go. I think I know why the east wall is unstable.
Yes? Why is that?
I'm not sure, but I think the answer lies down in the crypt. I should hurry before it's too late.
I'm gonna be sad when I finish this game.
I better wait for Tom. I know he doesn't want to miss anything.
Now it's down here, too. The first cracks are showing.
That means we were right. The cause of the instability must be down here.
The ground.
Oh, and the rat was over there and
Made it worse.
We'll find out.
the rat.
This is the spot. Let's find out what the real problem is. The old wall here, or what's behind it. If there's dry sand behind there, we know it's the ground.
Just be careful when you work on that wall. If it's the ground and the foundation, the whole wall could cave in.
Here we go. But what? I think I can feel a draft.
What?
One more time.
Jack, watch out!
It's all right.
What is it? Dear God.
Oh shit.
These stones, they've been removed before.
The mortar is missing on most of them.
Oh
Whoever put
shit.
them back just added some mortar on top of the stones to hide the fact that they were removed. The tile at the bottom was completely loose.
What does that mean?
I think it was an entrance.
An entrance? To where?
That's what we'll find out.
Careful now. You've got the whole east wall on top of you.
Jack?
Jack?
I'm all right. I just hit my head. It's dark in here. There's a whole room here. A chamber.
What's that?
I'll get a torch.
Philip, I'll get it. You stay here.
Is that a coffin? Oh, there's sand everywhere. Huh? It's a bed. What? There's a bed in here. What? Jonathan, we need that torch.
That's not wood. It's metal. Gold, even. Maybe Philip knows what this is. Who slept here?
Was it this dude's father?
It's made of leather. It's a whip. What is that doing here?
I have the torch.
All right, come in here. Should
Oh,
be
somebody
safe.
used to whip to chastise themselves because of something they did.
Did you know about this place? No, I did not.
I have seen this chalice before, when I was very young. It's the chalice of the Eucharist from Kingsbridge Cathedral. Cuthbert told me about it. They said it was stolen.
And melted down, I know. Mother told me. They also said it was my father who did it.
Did they?
Oh shit.
So he's innocent then?
He must be.
And whoever hid the chalice is responsible for his death. They hanged him in Shiring for stealing this chalice. But it was here all along.
That scourge.
Karma comes back to you. It may take
Belonged to
years,
James.
but karma comes back to you.
I was afraid of it when I
Wow.
first visited Kingsbridge with Francis and Abbot Peter. Even the look of it scared me.
James. Maybe it was him.
It took the sun to find out what happened to.
During the night of the fire in the cathedral, when the old cathedral burned down, there was a man in the fire. His shoulders were bloody, as if he had chastised himself.
Yep, that old guy.
You! By God and the devil!
He told me that he had sinned, that he had done something to me. Perhaps because I looked like my father.
So he confessed for framing your father while he hid the cup here?
But it couldn't have been James you saw. James died weeks before the fire.
Did he? You said they never found his body. Maybe he hid down here. Maybe that's why the bed's here.
Wait. Jack, you were in the burning cathedral. What were you doing there?
Tell him the truth, Jack.
And then I told Philip what I'd done. He just looked at me. Didn't say anything.
So that was Prior James. Oh shit. How can he stay hidden from all those people? As a child, Philip was afraid of Prior James' scourge. He first saw it when he and Abbot Peter, the man who raised him and Francis after their parents were killed, visited Kingsbridge. Years later, James decided that Philip, now a young man, should get the chance to lead his own prior cell, St. John in the Forest. every time Philip visited the mother house in King, he always remembered the day he first saw the scourge. Abbot Peter did not like the idea that pain could lead to salvation, but Prior James believed that chastising oneself was the only way to cleanse the soul from the sinful. No, you were a fucking sadist. No, a masochist. He liked pain. So after Jacob told Philip that he believed Prior James, that's something on his own. After Jack told Philip that he believed Prior James was alive, the day the cathedral burned down, Philip remembered the only week before the choir did not dare to sing because they thought they heard someone chastising himself in the crypt. Maybe they really did hear James. Maybe James did hide in the secret. Oh, shit. It all comes back full circle. Karma does not come back to you so easy. I mean, so fast. It might take years. Look at that. It took, what, how many years? I can say from, it says 11, 14, and maybe 8 more years prior to that. Jesus. Karma. I want to see how bad these people get it. Please.
Wailerin, what do you want?
Do you think it is wise to resign yourself to gluttony at times like these, while your people starve on the streets of Shiring?
Don't play the saint. You promise them miracles, and you make them pay. But your miracles never work out, do they?
God works in ways that we cannot comprehend.
My mother cannot walk. You failed. Again. What do you want?
I came about a book.
The Bible again?
No. Philip of Gwynedd wrote it. And the church is displeased. Bishop Henry was enraged. This is our chance, William.
Your chance, you mean? If you need forces, talk to Walter or Ugly. I don't care. I built your fucking cathedral. I'm done.
It's not just about Philip. It's about Aliena and her family.
Don't mention that name.
But have you not heard? King Stephen and Maud's son just signed a peace treaty.
I don't care.
You should care.
I said I don't. Now leave and don't come back unless I ask for you. Where's
what was
wife?
They've not returned yet, Lord William.
Then get me a whore! Now!
What was that? What do you call that? Karma? Let me see that. Karma. Oh, this is no need for revenge. Just sit back. This is the thing that I like. And it says karma, no need for revenge. This is what I read a long time ago, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. No need for revenge. Just sit back and wait. Those who hurt you will eventually screw up themselves, and if you're lucky, God will let you watch. I love that. I'm gonna save that. Ooh. Pictures. Says, just remember karma. No need for revenge, just sit back and wait. Those who hurt you will eventually screw themselves up and screw themselves. And if you're lucky, God will let you watch. And this is what's gonna happen in this game. I read that a long time. That's the I'm lucky I found it. Because I didn't know exactly how it went. The end of war and the Treaty of Wallingford, 1154. After over 15 years of civil war, the battle between Stephen and Maud, England was more divided than ever. After a final confrontation at Wallingford, Empress Maud's son Henry II and Stephen arranged a truce. The treaty was later signed in Winchester and Westminster. According to the treaty, Stephen will remain king until his death, and be succeeded by Henry II. The treaty further states that all decisions regarding land which were made during Stephen's reign are immediately reverted and restored to the time of King Henry I. This means that the earldom of Shiring again belongs to the heirs of Bartholomew. This means that the earldom of Shiring again belongs to the heirs of Bartholomew and not to the Hamleys, but who dare to go against William Hanley? Oh, no wonder he said, this concerns you. Motherfucker did not want to hear it. But I got a feeling one of them might die again. One of them might die. Push forward, girl.
I'm sorry for intruding, but I must ask you for shelter. I was on my way from the Fleece Fair in Winchester to Kingsbridge and got caught in the storm.
Nasty, isn't it?
Yes. And it's getting worse and worse. Thank you for your hospitality. Anyone want to go and see what that was? Don't you hear it? Are you hurt?
My horse! It fell! I can't move!
Take my hand! We'll get you inside!
Is this Hamley's daughter?
We'll only be here until it's safe to leave. We won't bother you.
I got a feeling this is Hamley's daughter.
I'm Aliena. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Breathe, Elizabeth. You're safe now.
She took her. Should have let her die. We would all be better off without someone like her.
I hope the storm spares your homes and fields.
If only we had that much left.
We still have our lives.
And our dignity.
Yeah.
You still have yours. Don't like this. Hold your horses. We'll see what happens.
I'm not going back outside.
So kind. Many people would have let me die. People don't listen to me. My entourage didn't even notice they lost me.
Who?
My husband and his entourage.
A fine husband you have. I divorced.
This is Hamley's wife.
Divorced? Oh, he's just been beside himself ever since his mother.
Maybe now you'll understand what loss feels like. And what you people are doing to us.
Stop bullying her. Can't you see she's upset?
This is Hamley's wife.
How do they know you?
Looks like he likes them young, ill, fucking pedo.
I'm used to it. I guess that's how it is when your husband holds an office like that. He has to do a lot of things people don't like. And sometimes they recognize me, too.
Wait. Is your husband the Earl of Shiring?
I thought you knew.
William Hamley.
Oh, please don't abandon me, too. I swear, I'm not. I can't.
I used to know him when I was a girl.
Really?
Why did you marry him?
My parents arranged it.
Of course.
And it was an honor to be picked.
What's he like now?
I loathe him with all my heart. How do you know him?
Be blunt.
He wanted to marry me when I was your age. Apparently, he likes young girls, no matter how old he gets.
Fucking pedo.
Was supposed to marry him. How come you didn't?
He was a beast. So I refused.
You refused him?
It caused a lot of misery.
You're so courageous. I wish I was like you. I can't even stand up to the servants.
Don't act like you didn't have a hand in the downfall of this land.
Shut the fuck up.
For years he roamed across the country to raid, rape and kill.
I'm sorry.
He's no earl. After all he's taken from us, we should take something from him too.
She has nothing to do with this. Don't you dare touch her. Can't you see she's another one of his victims?
Oh, give over. She's in on it too.
Can you even imagine how it must be to be a child married to Hamley? The abuse and the humiliation every single day. I'm so sorry.
I'm crying because you know too.
Enough to know your pain.
They married her to a fucking pedo.
I don't know what to do anymore.
The parents really needed that money, I guess. Jesus Christ.
It's Walter. He's looking for me.
Come with me to Kingsbridge. People will take care of you there.
That should do it.
Walter.
You? I've not seen you in a long time. William would be very pleased if I brought him your head.
No! Don't harm her! If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead. She saved me from the storm.
Did she now? Come on, we have to get back to the castle. We've lost too much time already.
I won't let her go back.
It's all right. You don't need to sacrifice yourself for me. Thank you for saving me and protecting me from these people.
Come on now, we need to get going. William is waiting.
I should have given her the fucking dagger. About William's wife, note from Eliana, 1154. Was it my rejection that bittered William to the prospect of marriage for the years that followed? Was I the reason he married so late? After I met Elizabeth, I later found out she was the daughter of Harold of Weymouth, a wealthy knight and a supporter of Stephen. Elizabeth was only 14 at the time of the wedding. Ugh. Bishop Wayland wed them in the Cathedral of Shiring, and everyone of importance was invited to the large feast. Elizabeth is a gentle girl who probably felt honored to be chosen to become the Earl's wife. I dare not imagine how William treated her. One more reason to finally put an end to all this. Yes. I bet you're gonna say I didn't give her the dagger. You found the secret chamber underneath Kingsbridge. You found a secret chamber underneath Kingsbridge Cathedral. You confessed to Philip that you burned down the cathedral. Philip's book is strongly criticized by the church. The war between Empress Maud and King Stephen has ended. You found Elizabeth only after you entered the hut. You kept, because I thought she was in the hut. You kept quiet when Walter entered the hut. Because I thought she was in there.
Dear Francis, the letters I have written to you over the years surely could be bound into a book. But only you know what my words in those letters amount to. It is different with the book I have written. It has found its way into priories throughout England and beyond. Because of my book, I may have to talk to Bishop Henry. But that is not the only thing that keeps me awake tonight. Behind a wall in our crypt, Jack discovered a hidden room. We do not know who built it, but it is likely that Prior James hid there, even after he was said to have drowned. That means he was alive when we met in Kingsbridge on New Year's Day, the day of his burial. And Jack told me he saw a man in the church the night it burned down. was that him? And if so, did he burn in the fire that night?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
The dust storm and the drought are taking their toll on all of us. Thanks to our town wall, we are safe from the Earl and the outlaws. We've heard of places nearby being raided. We believe the attackers were William Hamley's men. We have enough food to last us another few weeks. But life has come to a halt. Martha believes there will be rain soon. But the storm is only a harbinger of rain. I hope that she is right. Jonathan worries about my book, The Divine Soul. In Winchester, he heard that Bishop Henry was less than pleased by what I had written. I am not naive enough to pretend I do not know why. I wrote that hope is godly, and since God made each of us, hope and salvation are only to be found within ourselves. Henry sells hope, and I am giving it away for free. If the church should ask me to clarify my position, of course I shall do so. But I feel I must give our people what they need in these desperate times. And how could I write anything else if this is what I truly believe?
Like watching a mini-series.
It must be well after midnight. With you, I can be honest about what truly troubles me. Jack told me that he was responsible for the fire in Kingsbridge. I know that it was a long time ago. He told me he set fire to the roof so there would be work for his father, Tom. And I don't think Tom knew either.
Save yourselves! The Saint! We must save the Saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The Saint! We must save him! No! Don't go!
If it wasn't for the fire, this shit wouldn't have never, like...
As horrible as it may sound, I cannot find it in my heart just now to forgive Jack. Maybe because this confession comes too late, and from a man who I have learned to trust. This is the truth. I should get some air, Francis. The storm has settled down.
Let me get this. That's it. Better. Okay. Oh. Right, that's... You drank it, right? Some of yours? A little bit, not so much.
I know them by heart, but Jonathan insisted we keep them.
Thank you.
I don't like to indulge in my own writings.
Thank you.
Later. I need time to think.
Deep fried.
If James died in that fire, then what happened to his remains? He was never properly buried, and that is Jack's fault.
Maybe he doesn't deserve it.
Magnificent cathedral, but I would have been more than content with the old one, had it not been burned to the ground.
Trust me, if that shit didn't happen, my dude, all the shit would not have been revealed. Everything has to be turned upside down.
Hello? I thought I saw someone. That came from the kitchen.
People are stealing in the kitchen?
Oh, it's you.
You startled me.
I thought I heard something. Was that you?
No, but I heard it too. Maybe Aliena came back.
No, she's asleep. She returned a few hours ago. Damn it.
Jack.
Sorry. There's someone in the kitchen.
Yes, I think you're right.
Stay behind me. I'll go ahead.
Okay, who the fuck is you?
There's someone in here.
Outlaws. They are probably just after food. I will talk to them. All right. He's alone. There must have been others. Most of the food is gone.
We will not harm you. Do you hear me?
Why did you do that, you animal? I will get the others.
No!
What?
He's just a child.
Just a child. Jack forgave the child, just like that. And I forgave him. For that was what he had been when he arrived in Kingsbridge. Just a child. Who was I to judge this man for not confessing earlier what he had done? I had never told his wife, Aliena, that I was responsible for her fate and for her father's. Even that night, when we all met, I did not dare to tell her.
Is it something you're gonna die
anymore. The outlaws had found a way in. We weren't safe in our homes.
So this is what it has come to. Kingsbridge is under attack.
Why didn't Uncle Richard chase them away? Why?
Now, do not exaggerate. This is not a siege.
We only saw 2 of them, and one of them was a child.
But they almost killed you.
They were just looking for food. They didn't mean any harm.
It's the drought. It destroyed all the crops. They must eat something.
Desperate or not, they're only the vanguard of a full-scale invasion.
If we had a decent Earl, the people wouldn't be starving.
It is all too easy to blame a desperate child. Forgiveness is much harder.
It is.
But forgive we must.
Can you? Forgive, I mean.
I already have.
Hamley is the reason for this. He's to blame. It's that simple.
Well, he won't be Earl for long. The Treaty of Wallingford has been signed at last. It's only a matter of time until things change.
What treaty? Winchester is in turmoil about this right now. Stephen and Maud have signed the treaty. Maud's son, Duke Henry, is to be crowned the next king.
And, by agreement, all lands are to be returned to their previous owners.
But Stephen will continue to rule as long as he lives.
The earldom will be ours again.
It will not.
Why the bloody hell not?
Bloody hell. Language?
No one will enforce this until Stephen is dead.
What is to be done then?
Well, if they're hungry, can't we just give them something to eat?
I'll share.
We should, and we will, but there are too many to feed them all.
We must do something.
Well, I cannot sit quietly and wait until Stephen dies of old age. The Treaty of Wallingford is in place. I won't wait for another 17 years. Not when I'm so close to fulfilling the promise I made to my father.
You're right, but it wasn't William Hamley who came here last night. It's the outlaws we need to worry about.
Well, what do we do about it?
They too are victims. We must show compassion. If we defend Kingsbridge, we must cause as little harm as possible, or better, help as many as possible.
Things will only get worse if we don't find a way to deal with Hamley.
What about his mother? I've heard that Hamley still listens to her, that she still has a say in Earl's Castle.
Yes, let's tell his mother.
If we spoke to Regan Hamley, we might not need a physical confrontation at all.
That'll never work. We have to assault them and take back our father's castle. Even if that means fighting alongside the outlaws.
I don't like either choice, to be honest.
Neither do I. So, what do you think, Aliena?
Let's do it diplomatically. Because probably the outlaws will be on our side anyway, due to seeing that the Hamleys are shit.
I'll negotiate with Regan Hamley. I will go to Earl's Castle. Alone.
Are you serious, Ali?
Regan Hamley seems to be in a tight corner herself. She might well be willing to cooperate.
I do hope you're right.
I'll ride with you.
You won't, Cub. Not with that leg of yours.
Your mother is right. Besides, if we all turn up, they might think we mean them harm.
The first outlaws have made their way into Kingsbridge. You have a chance to talk to fulfill your oath. Alright. I'm going through these chapters really quick. Looks like these are mostly stories.
And so,
let's go.
After 17 years, I finally returned to the place I'd once called home.
The return to Earl Castle.
Because I had failed to gain support from the people of Shiring, my only hope now was a deal with William Hamley's mother, Regan. A woman whose possible support was only guaranteed by rumor.
Earl Castle. Documents. Earl Castle, 1154. Originally, the father of Earl Bartholomew ordered to build the castle a few miles outside the market town of Shiring, which was meant to serve as the seat of the town's earl. That area, including a small village surrounding and the building itself, is now known as Earl Castle. The castle had mainly served as living quarters for the earl's family, but its defenses have rarely been used. After Earl Castle has been violently seized by the Hamleys, all other inhabitants were driven from the estate. Nowadays, Earl Castle is a name to be feared. Ever since the Cathedral of Shiring was finished, William Hamley has become more disgruntled. Some believe he lost his faith and only lives to satisfy his own greed and hunger by stealing from the starving peasants. Jesus.
Get in line and stay in line. You'll all get your chance to pay your dues to Lord Hamley, here? So no pushing.
Why does Lord Hamley need all that food?
Are you all right?
What do you think? Of course I'm all right. I'm more all right than anyone else in this crowd. Just because Lord Hamley insists on women to deliver the tributes, don't mean you have to send your youngest and prettiest. Fools.
That's all he's looking for.
I'll make sure that nothing will happen to you.
They took a woman in my town. She never came back.
Nothing will happen to you if you just remain calm.
Damn, look at this shit.
Patience. Everyone will get a chance to pay their dues to Lord Hamley.
Is Lady Regan home?
Ah, as if she could ever leave.
I'm just a shepherd's daughter. I have no business here.
Shut up.
How long will this take?
A lot longer if you don't shut your mouth.
Oh, you'll get your comeuppance, bitch.
I want to go home.
Oi, you there. Yes, I meant you. That's a pretty face you got there. You're coming with me.
What? Leave her. Take me instead.
Well, whatever. You'll walk to the other side of the yard and talk to Walter. He'll get you settled. And don't you dare stray from the path.
They say Lord Hamley might lose Shiring soon. What if the next Earl has us all hanged?
Calm down. None of these royals really care about this shithole.
I know those two. They used to fight for father.
What about Bartholomew's children? There's a lot of bad blood there.
Well, the boy used to fight for Stephen, but as far as I know, he ran out of coin. Now he's just a good-for-nothing plain watchman for those monks in Kingsbridge.
And the Lady Aliena?
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, I think you underestimate her. Some years back, I heard she almost cut up a priest in Winchester, put a knife to his throat, and robbed him dry. Oh, she's a fury.
And you're a sissy.
May I interrupt?
What is it?
How can you fight for someone like William Hamley? My father was nothing like that tyrant.
Oh, dear Lord, it's you.
You always sat in your neat little keep playing hostess to his well-off guests, while the poor snuffed it just as they do now.
Well, at least William treats us as his equals, and not like pawns on a board of Nine Men's Morris.
Was father really such a cruel Earl?
Was my father really that bad?
Your mother could have answered that question.
He once told me that she was very unhappy when she died.
And you never wondered why?
I'm here to talk to Lady Regan Hamley.
She's in the keep.
But only Lord William and Walter are allowed to go there.
And they'll kill you if they find you there.
So you won't help me?
We've already helped you more than enough by not ratting you out.
My father was a good earl.
Keep on telling yourself that. But that's not our story.
Many knights fighting for him were former outlaws who had nowhere to go anymore. Your father may have given us food and shelter, but it was no better than what you'd give to livestock.
Don't tell anyone that you saw me.
We won't, if you promise to leave now.
Are you done yet?
Almost. Let me just see if I took enough. What are you doing here? You need to leave. Don't come any closer. William has me watched.
What's taking so long?
I forgot the pork. I'll be out shortly. Wait a moment, then follow me. We don't have much time. Hugh will look for me any moment now. So why did you come?
I'm waiting!
King Stephen has declared a truce with Empress Maud. William's tyranny is over. This land might finally see peace again. That's why I'm here, to talk to his mother.
And what will become of me?
My brother will become the next Earl, but I'll run things alongside him. At the same time, I don't want to give up my wool trade, so you could help me there.
I want to help you. I really do. But I don't know how. I feel so useless.
That's what Williams has you believe.
Run to Kingsbridge. They'll help you.
I can't. William's men would see me if I tried to leave. I tried already. Please, let me stay and help you.
Can you take me to Lady Hamley?
I wouldn't know how. Hugh Axe is watching me. He would never let you through. Only Walter and I are allowed inside the keep. Why don't you ask him? Walter.
Walter? William's dog?
Don't call him that. He's not as bad as people say he is. William won't allow me to talk to him anymore. Now Lady Regan is all I have left.
I will talk to Walter then.
Damn, William won't even let him go. What is it?
Or do you want me to come in and pull you out?
I need to go.
Elizabeth claims you aren't such a bad person after all.
Am I not? Have you forgotten that I killed your family steward?
You got problems over there, Walter?
Tell your guard to stand down. I need to talk to the Lady Hamley. I want you to take me to her.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. So, you think I'm a nice bloke, and you give me orders on how to handle my men. Don't make me laugh. Hugh!
What?
I promise, once my family is back in charge, things will get better for everyone. Or do you really not care for all the starving people?
I don't believe you. But it's not up to me to judge these things. I'll take you to Lady Hamley. She'll decide. My lady?
Elizabeth, could you get me some water, dear?
Yes, my lady.
You reap
But
what you
first,
sow,
I need
woman.
You to wake up, my lady. There is someone who wants to see you. It's the Lady Aliena.
The Lady Aliena. When did that bitch become nobility again?
You would do well to call me by my proper title.
Why should I?
I'm certain you've heard about the treaty the king made with Duke Henry at Wallingford Castle.
I have. I have also heard that it's a muddled mess.
It is a complicated deal indeed, but one that will end the war. And one that makes my family the rightful owners of this earldom once more.
Only by word. There's no one who would come to enforce this, not even the king.
Don't you see what your son is doing to the land? Soon there won't be an earldom left to rule for anyone.
That's a lie. My William is a better earl than your father ever was. To think that I once wanted to marry my good William into a family like yours. Not a day goes by when I am not glad that God saved us from that horrible fate.
Yeah, but look where you are, bitch.
You need to hear her out.
Oh, my dear Elizabeth, don't you see what she is trying to do to us?
You cannot punish me for denying your son.
My lady. The Lady Aliena came here to make things better.
She has only ever made things worse. She mocked my son for wanting to marry her.
She had every right to deny him.
What? How can you say that? He is your husband. He's good to you.
If it wasn't for Walter, I'm sure William would have killed me already.
What's going on here? What's that bitch doing here?
Oh shit.
Trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man.
What? I clicked it! What the fuck?
What's that bitch doing here?
She's trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man.
Walter is, Jesus Christ, here we go again. Oh my god! Let's see if third time's a charm. I gotta watch this again. I can't skip it.
What's going on here? What's that bitch doing here?
She's trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man. Shut that whore up, Walter!
No. You brought this on yourself.
You bloody traitor! Someone get up here! Men! You will pay. You will all pay for this.
It was him or me, bitch. Oh shit. Keep looking into that fire, fuckboy. Keep looking into that fire, fuckboy. Where you going is nowhere pleasant. Fuckface, you fucking pedo. Oh, you see him. You see him. The light left your eyes. Oh, thank God she killed him.
Is he dead?
He is. William Hamley is dead.
What now?
Now we tell his men.
Drop your weapons immediately!
Behold the banner of the new Earl of Shiring!
Everyone, listen! Lord Hamley is dead! The castle now belongs to the former Earl's family again.
What? You're shitting us!
It was the King's wish.
Who killed him?
He died because he refused to hand over Earl's Castle peacefully.
He knew that the king was about to take the earldom away from him. To avoid punishment, he took his own life. My name is Lady Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of Bartholomew, the former Earl of these lands. I've been tasked to end the tyranny of William Hamley and restore order to Shiring.
Our occupation of Shiring has been made unlawful. Every attack on us is sanctioned by the King of the English.
So what will happen to us then? I shall tell the king that William Hamley forced you to do his bidding. That every atrocity done to the people of Shiring was his doing and his alone. That is my final word.
You will get your chance for redemption by helping the people of Shiring recover from your own cruelty, and by rebuilding their homes and tending to their fields.
Ali, I know that you're a much better leader than I. Without you, we would never have come this far. You never hesitated with swearing and fulfilling the oath to father. In the end, I will be the Earl in name only, but you shall be the true ruler of Shiring.
Don't say that. We'll do it together.
Let's discuss this later. I owe you a lot, Ali. The tyranny of William Hamley is over! The Earldom of Shiring belongs to its rightful heir.
Oh shit! King Henry II by the reinstatement of Richard. King Henry II by the Council of all Barons and fulfillment of the Treaty of Wallingford has decreed that shiring and each township shall return to its owner from before the former Lord King Stephen's time. Within the term fixed for its own sovereignty, those to be in succession by Lord Former or Bartholomew of Shiring shall claim the title. Richard of Shiring, therefore, is to be announced Earl is an official ordeal of inauguration. Oh shit.
Send a messenger to Kingsbridge to let Prior Philip know that Shiring is finally free.
What is it? Why are they laughing?
You can send a messenger if you want, but there won't be much of a prior left when he arrives.
Ali, what's going on?
Okay. I did that out of sarcasm. Then we turn to Earl Castle. What you did, you snuck into Earl Castle with no one to support you. You talked to 2 former knights of your father. Elizabeth did not leave Earl Castle and stayed with you to the end. You ordered William's men to help you rebuild Shiring. You and Richard will rule Shiring side by side.
The Pope believes we should either burn him or make him Bishop of Kingsbridge.
I have already taken matters into my own hands. My men arrested him while Kingsbridge was left unguarded.
Oh shit.
While his friends took Earl's Castle.
Yes.
At least in his death, William Hamley was of use to you.
Chapter 20, the end. Shiring, the day of the trial.
Look at all these people. It seems like they're enjoying themselves.
They never change. You drooling dogs should be ashamed.
Shut up, you old hag. Ellen?
I'm not feeling well.
I'll take care of you. You two go ahead. Hurry up.
Is your mother ill?
It's not that. This is where they hanged my father.
The trial begins. The judges. Brother of Stephen, King of the English. The Right Reverend Bishop Henry of Winchester. Her Highness, the Countess Lady Aliena of Shiring. Presiding over the trial, the Right Reverend Bishop of Shiring and Kingsbridge, Waileron Bygod.
Please. The church is not without fault. We have gathered here today before the eyes of God to accuse one of our own. He wrote
Ooh,
in
I
his
can't
book
wait to see what happens to you.
that the papacy are not necessary as intercessors between God and man. That God is in man. That all men are equal. And that each sinner is as close to our Lord as the Pope himself. Now, we ask God for his judgment. For his is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Not ours, and not yours. You stand accused of heresy. Philip of Gwynedd, how do you plead? Answer!
Prior, respond to Bishop Waleran.
I am not guilty.
Your teachings speak another language. Guilty, I say.
I am deeply saddened. It may come as a surprise to you, but we had hoped to make you Bishop of Kingsbridge. Why?
Guilty is regret.
Philip?
In part, I am to blame.
And I don't regret what I say, or what is it, what Williams wrote in the book. I mean, Philip.
Removed from his position of prior immediately.
No.
And that he remain in captivity until such time that Shiring and all of England have healed from the poisonous words he has dispersed.
No!
What? Yes?
You are accusing Philip because he has defied you.
I made him prior, and grateful he was not. But no, I accuse him because his teachings are false. And I intend to prove that Philip's decisions have been more than misguided in the past. Call in Remigius.
Of course.
The Prior of Shiring, Father Remigius.
My bishop.
Tell the court, Remigius, what you have told me.
For many years, I served as sub-prior of Kingsbridge. First for Prior James, then for the accused.
What was your first impression of him?
I was offended by his bluntness and accusations during the chapter discussions.
What else?
Prior Philip did not hesitate to give refuge to the people fleeing Earl's Castle in the winter that our king died.
Is that not a good deed? A true Christian act?
You do not know him as well as you think you do, Lady Aliena. Today, that will change.
Then, on the day of our first Fleece Fair, we were attacked.
I heard. It was terrible.
I tried to soothe the woman's pain by reading the scripture to her. Our master builder's wife tried to put a spell on her with poisonous herbs.
And Philip intervened?
Yes. He pushed me aside and gave the woman poison.
Poison kills, you dumb shit!
It is worse than I thought.
It was no poison.
And then there was the day the Virgin Mary's statue arrived in Kingsbridge. I did not believe it was a miracle.
Clearly it is a miracle. I hear of many who were healed in Kingsbridge.
Yes! Amen! Oh, Mary, bless us all!
Well, I soon realized it was a true miracle, but Philip did not. He was only after the money people donated at the Virgin Shrine. That is why I left.
He had to! Amen!
I believe there is one more thing you have not told us about. Something very important.
Yes. Philip has fathered a child.
Unbelievable! I knew it!
What?
A son. And he raised him in the priory.
Oh, come on, Tom. You better fucking wake up.
Jonathan of Kingsbridge, step forward.
Martha, open your fucking mouth.
Is it?
Is this true? Are you Philip's son? Answer the question, Jonathan of Kingsbridge.
Jonathan has always been like a father.
Philip has always been like a father to me. But he is not my father.
How do you know that?
Because Tom is.
He told me.
And how do you know he spoke the truth?
Speak. Answer the bishop.
Philip would never lie. He told me that I was found in the woods.
In the woods? Is this true, Philip? Or are you...
Open your fucking mouth, Martha!
Well, you told the story so many times.
He was abandoned in the woods. My brother found him.
Your brother? The brother whose master you betrayed?
What are you talking about?
Philip tried to involve me in a conspiracy against his brother's master, Earl Robert of Gloucester. And his ally, Earl Bartholomew.
Oh my God!
Lady Aliena. Philip took in all those refugees years ago because he was to blame for their fate.
Oh, it is revealed!
As he was for yours when you lost your father and your earldom. That, Lady Aliena, is the man you are trying to protect. Well?
I know that he is a troubled man. We've all had to make hard decisions. Decisions that seemed right at the time. When indeed, they were terrible mistakes. I am thankful that I was forgiven when I made a mistake. Now I forgive him. Let us now return to the problem at hand. There is a man who witnessed how Jonathan was found in the forest. A man who can shed light on who Jonathan's father really is.
Tom.
And who is that?
My husband.
Step forward. What is your name?
He is the master builder of Kingsbridge.
Is he now?
Have you lost your courage?
No, I have not. You know well why it would be hard for me to face you. They call me Jack, after my father. My name is Jack Jackson.
Yes, we have met before.
How old were you when you allegedly saw Jonathan as a child in the woods?
12. But I know what I saw. Philip told the truth.
You were a child. And what were you doing there, in the woods?
I was living in the forest with my mother.
They were outlaws.
Prior Remigius is the most trustworthy witness we've seen today, and his statement was quite damning to Philip. The distant memories of an outlaw child cannot convince me otherwise.
Tom, where the fuck are you, Martha? Open your fucking mouth!
And yet, Lady Aliena
Oh my God,
is
Martha,
right.
Jesus Christ,
We do
say
not
that's
know
your
enough
fucking
to judge
brother.
him as harshly as you proposed, Bishop Waleran.
You are right, Bishop Henry. As I said, it is not up to us to judge this man. Philip of Gwynedd has pleaded innocent, but how innocent is he? We ask God for his judgment.
Let a brick fall right on top of you, dude. I hope a fucking brick falls right on top of you.
This is madness!
Philip of Gwynedd will be tried and judged at the stake. If he is innocent, God will save him from the flames. If he is not, then he will burn as the heretic and sinner God has declared him to be.
No!
Wayleran, by God! Not this time.
It's her.
I saw the child and Francis. I was there. Philip is not the child's father.
It's Tom.
He's a fool, but he is a good man.
Then who is the father?
It is me.
They are all in this together. This woman is a witch and an outlaw, living in sin with a thief. He was hanged in Shiring 30 years ago.
Say something about the cup burning.
He was not a thief. He was a good man. You've murdered him, Wayleran, by God.
What is this nonsense?
He was a thief. He stole a golden chalice and melted it down and sold it.
What chalice?
The chalice of the Eucharist. He stole it from the Cathedral of Kingsbridge.
Sacrilege.
Yes, Prior James of Kingsbridge caught him red-handed.
Is that the chalice? You said it was melted down and sold.
Fall not for their lies. That could be any chalice. This does not prove a thing.
Where did you find this chalice?
In a secret chamber. We believe Prior James hid it because he felt guilty for falsely accusing Jack's father.
What proof do you have?
He told me. The night the cathedral burned down, I was there, I saw him.
Prior James died weeks before that.
No, he did not.
Bishop Henry, he speaks the truth.
Order! I will give you until sunset to produce a witness who can prove your accusations against Bishop Wayleran. Not just this chalice. If you fail to do this, I will make sure you are tried for defamation. Philip of Gwynedd, you will stay under arrest. The trial recommences at sunset.
We need a witness.
What are you doing there?
I've seen you draw up plans for a cathedral. Maybe we can do something similar to find our witness. Let's see. Your father.
He looks just like you.
My grandmother said he did.
And Bishop Wayleran. What are the connections? Maybe, by exploring them, we can find a witness.
Good idea.
Remigius.
Jack's father. If he was still with us, he could be our witness.
Maybe he still can.
Bishop Wayleran is at the center of all this.
Mother says Wayleran was behind my father's death.
And she said he wasn't alone. There were 3 men responsible for your father's death.
Percy
Bishop
Hamley.
Wayleran, Percy Hamley. Back then he was the Sheriff of Shiring. And Prior James of Kingsbridge.
If they were all there, then they were all witnesses.
And only Wayloran's still alive.
Hardly a coincidence. Why would these three men work together to falsely accuse your father?
He was on the White Ship. No one survived that night. No one lived to tell the story.
Yes. He was the sole survivor.
And then they killed him. But why?
My father wanted to go to England. He was the only one who made it when the White Ship sank.
Why would Wayloran, Percy, and James be concerned about the White Ship?
The son and heir of King Henry was on board. So were other possible heirs and other members of the royal household. I heard that Stephen was supposed to be on the ship as well, but became ill.
If there's no kings, it leaves it only to the church.
The only threats were the king's daughter Maud and her half-brother Earl Robert, and they've been at war ever since.
And your father, Earl Bartholomew. He was a threat. He tried to stop Stephen and paid for that with his life. Maybe my father saw something on the White Ship. Proof that Stephen was involved.
What about the king?
Stephen always claimed that it had been God's will that he was not on that ship. That he remained as the only male heir.
That wasn't God. I bet Stephen had a hand in the sinking of the ship.
Now imagine what would have happened if he had learned that someone survived. Someone who might have seen what really happened that night.
If the White Ship is involved, then it's likely that Wayloran was told by King Stephen to murder your father.
But he was not king back then. Why would Wayloran listen to him?
He was promised to become bishop.
Of course.
Remember, Bishop Henry is Stephen's brother, and back then he was already one of the most influential clerics in all of England.
But if Bishop Henry is in on all this, what chance do we have to turn this trial around?
It is a public trial. All we want is for Philip to go free. We find a witness to expose Wayloran. Henry would have to play along to appear innocent.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
It's our best shot.
Now, what about Prior James?
Do you think the king told James to arrest my father?
No. I find it much more likely that James was instructed to frame your father by Wayloran, his superior. As Archdeacon, Wayloran was much more involved in politics than James would have been. Percy Hamley was poisoned.
One less witness that knew about Wayloran.
And Wayloran probably wanted William to become Earl. He was easier to control than his father.
What about Regan Hamley? She survived.
She was taken to her townhouse in Winchester. And in her condition, she might not be able to help at all.
William Hamley's father?
Wayloran, Percy, and James might have been working for those who sunk the White Ship. Percy Hamley was the sheriff of Shiring. Well, he could have ordered your father to be hanged.
But he was arrested and held in Kingsbridge first. Prior James claimed that my father had committed theft. James was the prior of Kingsbridge.
That's where they say your father stole the chalice, melted it and sold it.
But we know that's not true.
As we found it, Philip recognized the chalice.
But Bishop Henry wants a witness. The chalice isn't enough.
But it's an important lead for us.
James claimed that your father had stolen the chalice and sold it. But instead, James himself hid it in Kingsbridge, in the crypt.
We found his scourge in a bed down there.
That secret chamber is important.
I think we're getting closer.
Everyone thought Prior James was dead, that he broke into the ice. And now we know he was hidden away.
Why did his monks believe he was dead?
Sub-Prior Remigius told everyone he had found James' rosary by the river. So everyone thought the body had been washed away. They buried an empty casket.
Remigius.
But how is Remigius involved?
Philip told me that Remigius was there when Waleran made Philip prior. Waleran and Remigius knew each other.
That explains why Waleran later made Remigius prior of Shiring.
And Remigius recognized my mother when we arrived in Kingsbridge. He must have been there at the time my father was arrested. I think Remigius knows all about this.
Is it possible that Waleran told Remigius to make Prior James disappear when James began to talk about what they'd done?
When James started talking to the devil.
But for some reason, Remigius hid him away. But Waleran never knew. Yes, that explains why he really didn't believe you. When you said you had seen James in the fire.
Where James died after all. And Remigius thought no one knew.
Remigius is the key.
Remigius. He's our witness.
Let's hurry. It's getting dark already.
You better confess to all your sins, Remigius, or shit will go down. Shit will go down terribly for you. Well, Remigius is gonna get his, but
I'll go look for him.
All right. Take care of yourself. And Jonathan.
Yes?
We will talk later about what was said today. About Tom.
All right. Remigius, now where are you?
I knew it. He seemed like too fucking schemy, son of a bitch. I knew fuckboy, what is it? That fucking...
Brothers?
What is it?
Have you seen the Prior of Shiring, Remigius?
We have not. And now step back, brother. We must be done by nightfall.
Everyone left for the trial, it seems. There is nobody there. Hello? They're all gone. Hello? Have you seen Father Remigius, the Prior of Shiring?
That voice break.
He was here a moment ago.
Where's he now?
What do you want with him? Yeah, what do you want with him?
Oh, forget it. He was here.
No one may approach the pyre.
Why not?
Bishop Henry's orders.
Oh, all right.
Do you want to go in, Father?
No, not yet. Thank you.
Are you not with Prior Philip?
Yes, I am.
I pray they'll set him free.
He's a good man.
He is a heretic!
You're fools! Look at yourselves! Who are you to judge a man who has never hurt anyone?
Forgive them, Father!
We don't judge him, but God will!
I saw him go over here.
No one's here. No one's here. Forgive them, Lord, for they...
I gotta wait till his bitch ass makes a move.
Remigius? I don't think he's here. Wait, was that him? I think I saw him. Have you seen a priest walk through here? Father Remigius?
No, sorry, I haven't.
All right.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Yes?
You're Jonathan, right?
Yes, I am. And who are you?
Never mind,
Alfred.
but there's something you should know. Tom Builder. He left you behind because your mother died. He had no way to feed you. He thought he had no other choice.
How do you know all this?
Because I'm your brother.
He went looking for you an hour later, but you were gone. And when he finally found you in Kingsbridge, he was there for you ever since. But he thought he'd lost the right to be your father.
Just who are you?
Just remember what I said. I pray they won't burn Philip. He's a good man.
Can we go home, Daddy?
Yes. Let's go home.
Fucking Alfred.
Hello? The door's open. Is anyone there?
You had one task.
By God! No!
Our bishop is very displeased.
No! What are you doing?
I'm doing what is asked of me.
Stop it!
No! Stay away! This does not concern you! you
Oh my
go.
God!
Now Bishop Wailerin will be pleased.
They do that so fast! Oh my God! I don't have to do it so close. I mean, so far. Jesus, they do it so fast. Fucking
Hello?
Timothy, that's another one that's gonna
The
suffer
door's
bad.
open. Is anyone there?
You had one task.
By God! No!
Our bishop is very displeased.
No! What are you doing?
I'm doing what is asked of me.
Little fucking shit.
No! Stay away! This does not concern you! No!
Who told you to do this?
No one!
Oh shit!
Why did he do this to you?
I will tell you.
Yep, told you he was gonna get it. Little shit.
Everyone.
Do you have a witness?
Father Remigius, Prior of Shiring.
Where is Timothy? What they told you is true. Bishop Wailerin wanted the jongleur Jacques Cherbourg dead. He ordered our Prior James to frame him. And so he did.
This is a lie!
Is it?
James lost his mind because of what he did for you. He was about to tell everyone the truth. And then you ordered me to kill him.
Nonsense.
Let him speak.
I couldn't do it. I hit him, but he died in the fire. Jack saw him. It was him. I found the bones after the fire, and I buried them.
You should put an end to this, Henry. You really should.
Why would I?
You should stop this for your own sake. You knew about all this.
Why would I care if that jongleur lived or died?
Your brother cared. The jongleur survived the sinking of the White Ship. He saw how your brother's men killed the king's family so that he could take the throne.
This is preposterous.
Bishop Henry and King Stephen ordered us to kill the man. You want the truth? That's the truth. Right there.
It is not.
Oh shit. Regan?
Wailerin is a liar.
Oh shit.
Regan Hamley.
Yes, that's why she survived. Oh, how the tables have turned. Here comes your judgment, sir.
Long enough for this day. It is time I raise my voice. The woman, Ellen, she spoke the truth. 3 men were responsible for the death of the jongleur. James, the Prior of Kingsbridge. The Sheriff, my husband, Percy Hamley. But it was Wailerin who was behind it. And only Wailerin.
No!
He had heard rumors about the White Ship, about our king. He had hoped to win the king's favor by hanging an innocent man.
Oh shit.
But it was not just me. They all knew.
Take him away.
So Henry Stephen is not the rightful king.
My husband's life.
It was Wailerin.
Oh, we did it. It's over.
Yes, it's over.
Thank you, Lady Hamley.
This monk must learn his lesson.
The Pope would agree. This trial is not over. Philip pleaded not guilty, but he challenged the teachings and the authority of the Church. The ordeal of fire will take place. To show that the Church is not above God. To show that my brother, the King of the English, is not above God. Not we, but God shall judge this man.
And forgive us.
This is madness!
We have forgiven our
No,
debtors, and
they can't do this.
but deliver us from evil.
No! You cannot do this!
This is now a matter of the Church, Lady Aliena. My brother, the King, and I accepted the traitor Wailerin into our midst. We were fools and sinners, even if we did not know. I pray that our Lord will save Philip from these flames, for his salvation shall be a salvation for all of us sinners.
Oh, Father.
I bet you he catches fire. This fucking dude right here. And Lady Hamley.
Light the pyre!
There must be something we can do.
Stop this madness!
Bishop Wailerin, what is it? Chapter 20, the end, what you did. Bishop Wailerin was brought to justice. Philip did not admit to heresy. You managed to clear the name of Jack's father. Eliana forgave Philip for causing her family's downfall. Finally, Jonathan learned who his parents were. Philip was ordered to be burned alive.
God's plan. God's plan.
Let's see if Philip burns. He might burn. I got a feeling he might burn. I have a feeling he might. Who's this? Oh, there's no more tolls. He survived. I'm tearing up. Let's see what happened. I'm tearing up. Oh, Jonathan became prior?
Ah, Philip.
It is so good to see you, Jonathan.
Tell me, how are things at St. John in the Forest?
Francis is well.
That is wonderful.
Yes, he enjoys the life there. You look worried, Jonathan.
Well, you have a visitor. He just arrived.
Is that not a good thing, Jonathan? Who is it?
That is just it. I wasn't sure if you wanted to see him.
Remigius?
It has been a long time.
Ah, yes.
Waylarin?
It has. I had to know.
Know what?
The truth is, I never saw God. Or the devil. Have you?
Oh Lord, deliver us from evil. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Something we can
Thy kingdom come.
Stop this
Thy will be done on earth as it
Are
is in
you
heaven.
blind? Do you not know that a fire will burn any man, no matter who he is?
Why are you doing this?
After Waylarin's words, there is doubt in their hearts about my motives, about my brothers. No words can erase that doubt, but God can. Our Lord is a cleansing fire.
He's still alive. It's a miracle. He is among us. God is here.
How is this possible?
It's all a matter of perspective.
We have to stop this!
No, Jack. Come.
My God.
No, but that's what they see. That's what they believe.
He's on top of water!
It's dousing the flames. It's a trick.
To them, it's a miracle.
The justice of our church. I believe Philip understands that now. His book will be destroyed. If you or your friends ever mention the White Ship again, I promise you will take Prior Philip's place. And God will not be as forgiving.
Their faith in you and your church is restored. I say it was worth sparing that monk's life. Promise me that Waylarin will suffer.
But this dude will suffer too. 20 years later.
Philip?
Yes?
What made you choose to save his life? Think about it.
Did you see God? Did he save you that night?
I want to see his answer.
I told him. He only smiled at me. I never saw him again, as long as I lived.
Philip is back.
Philip!
Philip! We're glad you're back.
Did you walk all the way again?
Just part of it.
Old fool.
Ellen stayed in Kingsbridge, together with Tom. I thought I had lost God, that he did not watch over us. But now I see him every day. He is in the good we do, in how we show our love. Jack's hands had become rough, his hair gray, but his eyes still burned bright like hot coals.
It's good to see you.
Aliena's gaze could be as stern
Oh,
as her
shit,
father's
that's-
had been, but her heart and wit made her a leader people did not follow out of fear, but out of respect and loyalty.
Jonathan told us you had a visitor.
Just an old friend.
What do you think of this window?
Jonathan came to look more and more like his father, Tom. As Prior of Kingsbridge, he is also a builder of sorts.
I use mostly warm colours. What good are the large windows if it feels cold?
Sally is as stubborn and as gifted as her parents. It is her stained glass windows the light is falling through. She has children of her own now.
And I'd like to show you the plans for the new cloister.
Tommy will be the next master builder and is as silent as his grandfather was. Once I heard him admonish his father to be more serious at work. Jack only smiled. He knew Tommy was right. Martha stayed in Kingsbridge as well. She was always there for every one of us.
What happened to Richard?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Is the church done now?
It will never be done. Not in my lifetime. Not in yours.
Remember us for what we did, for who we were, and maybe for what we tried to be. And when you turn your eyes to our cathedral, maybe you will see yourself.
It is home. That's why it means a lot, because it's home. Oh, God. You answered Waylon's question about God. You have finished playing the Pillars of the Earth.
God's plan. God's plan.
Oh, that was teary. I enjoyed that. That was Pillars of the Earth. I gotta write, what do you call that? Fuck it. Twitter! Tweet deck, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let the credits go through, but I gotta, what do you call that? Pen. Is it Datalic? Sorry, hold on. Datalic. Datalic Games? Yep, the Ponya Datalic. Fuck, I can't fit, is it? The great game. Yeah, I gotta erase this. The great game I did. Like, is all right. Yep. I'm sending it. Send. All right. I'm gonna let the credits roll. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be right back. Frank, I'm gonna turn on the AC. It's too hot. Burning. I believe the reason Henry did that shit, fucking Henry did that shit because if they found easy, what do you call that, evidence against, easy evidence against, Waylerin, and Waylerin will confess. No, we don't fear you, Henry. Fear us. Us. I mean, fear them. Like, so involved. The story is so involving. Henry would have gone down along with them. And King Stephen. Because of a man's greed. And look at where he's at now. I'm gonna have to uninstall it because I always uninstall all the games I pass, but this game is one of those games that's gonna stay like with me. And everything that they were saying in this game is exactly what I believe, especially Richard Pryor's. Not Richard Pryor, so Richard Pryor. Philip. This is a great fucking game. I don't care who doesn't like it. You have your own opinions. Oh my god, I don't give a fuck that what is Nvidia is feeding into those. They're gonna fall too. They're giving into those crypto miners, greedy ass people. Well, God knows what. My shit is the way it is. It's now just as easy to install DLSS swappers as it is to use. Really? And thank you, Epic Games, for giving this game out free. If they didn't give it out for free, I would have never found out about it. Maybe I would have after a while, maybe, because I do like the Data Lake games. They got some decent games. But thank you so much, Epic Games, for giving this one out for free. Much gratitude. I would have bought it in time. But it just so happens because I did buy the Deponia. All 3. And that is Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. Book 3, chapter 15 to 21. The what? Oh, Frank is talking to his mother. Let's play a little Dota. Get triggered by that, and then hopefully play some with my sister. Oh my god, do I have to restart? Give me a sec. You know what? I'll be right back. Since I don't know if there's anybody watching or there is, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna let the system update because I don't want it to, like, while I'm into a game, it just resets by itself and shit. So I'll be right back. Just give me maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, depending how fast it updates or restarts. And I'll be right back.